Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick update video between my God of War episodes and something else I'm working on. There's going to be like 3 more episodes of that, and then I'm going to move on to something else. Because that'll be the end of the game. I wanted to do an update to my Smash Brothers video, the one I did back in a few months ago, when we heard the announcement, but we didn't know much about the actual game. So I didn't want to do a video right after E3 because I didn't think there was enough information yet. So now there's a little bit more information now that we've had Smash Direct last week sometime, I think, and then we had the E3 announcement. So obviously what we've learned from the E3 video is we saw that it's not a port. It's not a port of Smash 4. It was kind of a new game, but it's taking all of the characters from every other Smash Brothers game, putting them all back in this one, and then taking most of the stages. I think all of the stages from the past games have been announced except for about 15 of them. And then on top of that, we're getting a couple new characters. On the E3 announcement, we got Daisy announced as an Echo character for Peach, which means she's basically just a clone. They're calling them Echo characters now because I guess that sounds cooler. I guess people will. That sounds like a more positive thing to call them, I guess, than a clone. Clone is a kind of a negative term. It's definitely got a negative connotation now. Other than that, we got Ridley. We got Ridley announced, and that surprised me in a way. I guess it's not really surprising. I mean, it is, because like people have been asking for Ridley forever, and he's just never even. I don't think it was a big thing in Melee. I think a lot of people wanted... Melee wasn't huge, right? That was back, I think, before video games were really, really, really mainstream. So Melee didn't have as much hype, I think, as Brawl did and Smash 4 did. So there were people very excited for it when they saw it. No, I think there were people that wanted Ridley in Melee. Because I remember watching the announcement video, and people freaked out when he was in the he's in the intro to the game. So they played the intro to the game, and then Ridley shows up, and everybody freaked out. So I think people really wanted him in that one too. That was kind of surprising. Maybe it was because of that. I can't really tell. I couldn't really tell you. They didn't put him in Brawl. People really wanted him in Brawl. It was one of the things. Smash 4, people really wanted him. He's always been one of the most requested, but he's always been that character. They've been like, he's too big. We tried. They said they tried to put it in the Smash 4. They thought about it. They tried it. They were like, it doesn't really work. But I think with Smash Ultimate, they're trying to make the ultimate Smash Brothers game. The game that everybody will be like, this is the perfect Smash Brothers game, right? And in order to do that, you have to put Ridley in it. So but it makes sense from that perspective, I guess, that he's in the game. Other than that, we have we have Daisy. I don't think Daisy was very correct. I don't think a lot of people wanted Daisy. There were some people that did, but she wasn't a huge request. It's just an easy character to put in, I guess. Echo Fighters are easy to put in, I guess. Waluigi did not make it in. Everybody was mad about that, but I don't see why people want Waluigi. I get that to fix the get all 4 of the Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. They just want all 4 of them, you know. And Waluigi's always the one that's left out. But he's never had a game. He's never really been in. He's been in party games, like the Mario Party games, and he's been in the sports games, but he's barely a character in these games. It's hilarious how much people want him in. But whatever. So Ridley's in the game. They've scaled him down. I think it looks kind of silly. I still think it looks kind of silly, guys. But you know, whatever. I guess it's cool. Obviously, they're trying to bring back a lot of the stages, but some of them. One of the ones that hasn't been announced yet is the Pyrosphere, which is the one that has Ridley in it. It's kind of the feature of the Pyrosphere. If they take Ridley out, it's just it's a nothing stage. So I'm imagining that stage isn't going to make it out specifically for that reason, because they can't put Ridley in it. They could, because technically it's a different Ridley. I'm not going to get into the Metroid lore, but technically that would be it's a different Ridley. But whatever. So all of the past characters are returning, which was something I talked about at the end of my original Smash Brothers video. Was that there were a bunch of characters I wanted to see return. Like Wolf, I really wanted to come back. Snake, I wasn't expecting to come back. I was cautiously hopeful, I guess. Snake was a great character. He didn't come back for Smash 4, and so it seemed unlikely that they were going to bring him back because he was a third-party character and they have to get permission to do that. But somehow they did it. Yeah, they pulled that off. So that's cool, I guess. So we got Snake. We got basically everybody. I was surprised by Pichu and Young Link. I didn't think they would ever actually come back. Pichu is just the worst Pikachu, really. He's faster. He was the faster Pikachu, and I talked about this last time, but I didn't expect him to ever come back. I'm surprised he came back. I'm surprised Young Link came back because Young Link got replaced by Toon Link. But now we have both. We have Toon Link and Young Link, and I suppose they're gonna play rather similarly. So that's something that'll be interesting. I mean, it's just aesthetic at this point, I guess. I'm fine with it. I'm completely cool with that. One thing I was surprised about was how they did Charizard, because originally, like, Pokemon Trainer in Brawl, you played as Pokemon Trainer, and then you would get Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard, and so you would be able to switch between them. So you'd start it as one of them. You could pick who you wanted to start as. That was kind of a secret feature, and not a lot of people knew about that. But you would be able to switch during the battle to one, and it would move on to the next character in the line. So Charizard was one of them, and then they got rid of Pokemon Trainer in Smash 4, and they just had Charizard. So no longer could you play as Squirtle or Ivysaur. It was just Charizard. And they added extra moves for him. So I was kind of surprised that in this game, they're putting Charizard back into that. He's no longer his own character. He's going to lose some moves that he had before, I assume, unless they somehow map the change to another button, but then they'd have to add extra moves for the other two characters. That's a weird situation. I thought maybe likely they would bring Squirtle, Ivysaur back as their own characters, but they didn't. They brought back Pokemon Trainer. So that's weird. I think Ganondorf's getting a whole rework. So that's good. I mean, he's been a clone of Captain Falcon for a long time, so I'm excited to see what they do with him. I might actually start playing him. I never really liked the heavy characters. That wasn't really my thing. But I like Ganondorf, so we'll see if that's something I like. So they switched Link's designs to the Breath of the Wild design. That was something I predicted would happen, I believe, so that's, of course they did that. They didn't switch Zelda's design to the Breath of the Wild design, which I thought was really cool. That was a really cool idea, because they switched hers to the Link Between Worlds design, which I really like. I really like the look of that. And I'm glad they're representing their other games instead of just switching everything over to Breath of the Wild, you know. Oh, the Ice Climbers are back. Unsurprisingly, I guess, if you're bringing back all the characters, of course you bring back the Ice Climbers. That was another thing, though. I thought maybe the reason they didn't put all of the Pokemon Trainer as he was in Smash 4 was for the same reason they didn't put Ice Climbers in, was the technical limitations of the 3DS. That would make sense to me, I think. And there were no characters you could switch between in Smash 4. So maybe that's why they brought that back. That makes sense. And I'm glad the Ice Climbers are back. They should be in every game. They really deserve to be in every game. iconic characters. Okay, from that point, I'm trying to remember as I go along, but I'm just gonna talk about random stuff. So some of this stuff was announced in the direct. This one especially was the Dark Samus announcement as an Echo Fighter. Now this is one of the ones that I was like, I would love to have Dark Samus in Smash Brothers. The only thing I would be worried about is if she were to be a clone character, because she shouldn't be a clone character. And then they do exactly that, and they put her in as a clone character. And that kind of bumps me out a little bit, but I think she does, from what I saw in the video, I think she does do the, at least she glides around instead of walking, which is what, you know, is kind of, it gives her an iconic sort of creepy look to her. But she's different. So you can't give Dark Samus, like, you can. I don't think she uses like missiles really, from what I remember. She just uses phase-on sort of based attacks. You can't give her, she never had like a grapple beam. She did have, I think, screw attack. She did have that. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I'm happy she's in it, and at least, and it's cool. I'll enjoy playing as her. I'll probably play as her more than regular Samus, just because I like the character of Dark Samus so much. I just don't know. This is the thing that gets me about the Echo characters and clone characters. It's like sometimes I just wish they'd be their own thing. I guess I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like Daisy being a clone of Peach, who cares? Like, of course they'd be similar. I mean, Daisy has never really done anything in the game. She shouldn't probably have the float ability that Peach has from Mario Brothers 2, but who cares? I don't care. I don't care. Okay? I don't care that much. I'm not really that mad about it. I'm happy that she's in. So, of course, we got the, in the Smash Direct, we also got the reveal of Simon and Richter Belmont from, well, Simon's from Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. Maybe some other ones. Those are the big ones, I think. He's from the original Castlevania line. And then Richter Belmont is from Rondo of Blood. He was also in the beginning part of Symphony of the Night, which was the end of Rondo of Blood, and he might have appeared in another game, but I haven't I haven't played all of them, I'm sorry to say. I know these characters well enough though, I think. And Simon Belmont was one of the characters I had in my roster, which is cool, because that means I got one right. I got one right, guys. I think I also talked about Richter. Like, you could also put Richter, you could also put Soma, you could also put, you know, Alucard, maybe, or somebody else, you know. You could put so many characters from Castlevania. It's just Simon makes the most sense, because he's from the original NES line, and, like, if they're gonna have characters like Mega Man, and they're gonna put classic Mega Man in, and you're gonna have, like, Pac-Man, like, Simon Belmont fits in way more than the other ones. It's just like because he's the NES original guy, which I'm really excited about. I'm glad they have Castlevania, because this means we're gonna have so much great music in Smash Bros. Ultimate, because Castlevania has some of the best music in ever. It's just the best music ever. Of all time. So Richter as well. Richter's cool because he's from Rondo of Blood. Man, I played that game once. I don't remember it that well, but it had like Maria something, some girl, and it was him and her, and they went and they saved the world. They killed Dracula. That's what happened. Maria had, like, magic attacks and stuff. She could, like, summon things. I don't know. I need to replay that game sometime. King K. Rool. King K. Rool is a cool addition. He was another one that people have been like, King K. Rool should be in the game. He's one of the most popular requests. Him, the only one that has been crazy requested that I haven't seen yet is Geno from Super Mario RPG. And well, Skull Kid, I think people want Skull Kid as well, or have. I don't know how much popular he is now, but he used to be popular. So those two, I still haven't seen yet. I think there's a good chance, the way we're going, that they could make it in. I have more things to say about that later. But Geno, it's possible. We have Cloud. So if we have Cloud, then, I mean, Geno is easy, because it's Square Enix. So, you know, that's it. But anyways, King K. Rool, he's been requested forever. He was on my list as number 10, along with Dixie Kong. I said in that video that I wanted Dixie Kong more. I still want Dixie Kong. I still preferred... The thing is, I don't like the heavy characters very much. I don't like playing as them. So King K. Rool, bringing him as a character, it doesn't appeal to me that much, because I know I'm probably not going to play as him. And I guess that's... I feel almost that way for Ridley as well. I feel like he's going to be a heavy character. I might not want to play as him, you know? I still want Dixie Kong. I think Dixie Kong should be in the frickin' game. Okay? Just put her in the frickin' game. Alright? Thanks. So we got the Moray Towers stage from Splatoon. That was another thing that we got. It's just a tower. It's just a tower. It's the one where you go down the ramp, and then there's the middle section, and then there's then you go across, and then you go back up the ramp. It's that one from Splatoon. From all you Splatoon fans, if you've played Splatoon. It's that one. But it's just a bunch of platforms, and you jump up. It's cool. I'm excited. I like that Splatoon's in the game. Of course they're gonna put the Inkling in the game. Like, there would be no question if they're gonna make a new Smash, of course. And of course they're gonna get a stage. But the thing about the stage, it also means that we're gonna get a lot of great music. I mean, the stage itself doesn't mean that, but this stage specifically is going to have all the music playing on that stage. So we're going to have all of this great Splatoon music, because Splatoon has an amazing soundtrack. So I'm pretty excited about that, to be honest. Peach's Castle, Congo Jungle, we've got Hyrule Castle, Super Happy Tree, which was called Yoshi's Story in the original game. So these are all the original Smash Brothers and N64 titles. Dreamland, Saffron City, Mushroom Kingdom have all been announced from the original. The only ones from the original game that aren't in so far are Sector Z, which was the Star Fox stage, which I guess is the same as the Corneria stage, but a little different. I think the ship was technically a little smaller. It was in space. There was a black background on orange Z, and you couldn't stand on the guns. In Corneria, you can stand on the guns, so that's different. It's slightly different. I don't know if they're going to bring it back, but it is different. It's different. And the only other one from the original is the Brinstar stage. The Brinstar stage from the original is not back yet. We haven't seen that one. And it's likely because it's fairly similar to the Melee Brinstar stage. It's not that different, but I'd like to see it come back. I think that one should come back. I don't know about Sector Z. I'd like to see... they're only missing 15 stages. Like, just put them all in. Why not? Fuck it. Just put them all in. From Melee, they actually redesigned all of the stages in HD, which is really cool. I'm really excited to see that. Congo Falls, Jungle Japes, Great Bay. Great Bay looks beautiful. We've got the temple. Oh, we've got Brinstar Depths. That one is dope. That one's dope. Mushroom Kingdom 2 we got back. Brinstar Depths I haven't seen since Melee. I mean, a lot of these stages I haven't seen since Melee, but Brinstar Depths was one of my secret favorites, we'll say. One of my secret favorites in Melee. It was the one where Kraid comes out in the background and he scratches the stage and then it turns. Everybody hates playing on it. It's not fun to play on it, but it's a cool-ass stage. I'm glad to see that one back. That one's dope. That one's cool. We got Big Blue. Four Side's back. Four Side looks really cool. Great Circuit. WarioWare. Bridge of Eldin. HD. Norfair. Frigate Orpheon from Metroid Prime. Yoshi's Island. Halvard. Cruise. Port Town Aerodive. Oh, wait. Those aren't Melee anymore. Sorry. I've moved out of Melee just almost immediately. Yeah, Delfino Plaza was Brawl, I think. I wasn't in Melee. So there's still some stages. I think Mute City is still missing from Melee, so we should probably get that one back. It's very similar to Port Town Arrow Dive, but it's also not. So bring that one back. Also, flat zone. We have a flat zone X. I think it's a combination of flat zone 1 and flat zone 2. So I think they combined those two in a flat zone X, I guess. We've got Icicle Mountain, or whatever the Ice Climber stage from Melee that you would jump up. That one hasn't come back yet. I think that's the only one. Oh, Pokey Floats. Pokey Floats is one of the ones I wanted to talk about. Because Pokey Floats I love. That was probably my favorite stage from Melee. Another one that everybody hates to play on. But it's giant Pokemon-shaped balloons up in the sky. And you jump between them. And it's really cool. It's actually one of the last stages you unlock, and why is it not back in the game? Why have I not seen that stage since Melee? Screw you guys. Screw you guys. It's the best stage, okay? So from Brawl, Rumble Falls, which is a Donkey Kong stage, based on the new ones. Is that what it? That is from Brawl, right? Yeah, that's the one from Brawl, and it's based. No, it might be based off like Jungle Beat or something, or it could be based off Donkey Kong Country Returns. I don't remember, but it's one of those moving stages that scrolls down, and you get to the top, and then you get hit by a waterfall or something, and then you fall back to the bottom. I imagine the moving stages like that in Glacier, Icicle Mountain aren't gonna make it back in because of the. Well, from what I've heard, people are saying like maybe it's the warp stage thing that they announced, where you can pick 2 stages and they'll morph into each other occasionally, and they're thinking, oh, that'd be too hard. I don't necessarily agree with that. It'd be kind of dumb, because I feel like it'd be easy to die on something like that. That's true, but it's like it would be the fault of yourself for picking a scrolling stage and morphing it into something else. It's like you can, like, why not just give the player the option to do something stupid like that? You know, why take that option completely away from them? I don't know. What I'm saying is, it seems dumb to take that stage out for that reason, you know. Yoshi's Woolly World, I think, from the Wii U version hasn't been announced yet, as well as Jungle Hijinks, Pyrosphere. Oh, the Miiverse stage. I feel like this is outdated. I'm missing stages along the line. So, Flat Zone 2 from Brawl, but I think those have both been combined into Flat Zone X. PictoChat. PictoChat was one of the ones from Brawl that I missed, but that was based off the DS little communication game. It wasn't really a game. It was like a little chat room. I used it once or twice. It's very not fun. I think I used it with I would play with my sister sometimes, and we'd just draw things and just send them. Just for fun. And then I played it once at my sister's big gymnastics competition. It was probably the most fun I had with a DS, because there were so many people that I was actually able to join chat rooms in PictoChat and talk to people, and then I was able to play Mario Kart with people. It was really cool. So the PictoChat stage, it's not outdated, right? Bring that one back. Jungle Hijinks is another stage based off Donkey Kong Country Returns. That one will probably come back. Woolly World will probably come back. Pyrosphere, I'm thinking won't. I'm thinking that one won't, because it has Ridley in it. And then the Orbital Gate Assault, which is based off Star Fox Assault, is the one where you are on board the thing, and then you're trying to shoot at the queen, fucking whatever it is. It's that whole battle in Star Fox Assault. I know you all have played Star Fox Assault and know the story, okay? And then it morphs into, it doesn't really morph, but you're on the ships, and then they move around, and then you're switched into the new stages, and ship comes up into the stage, and then you move between things. It's insane. It's insanity. It's another one of those moving ones, I guess. So that's why they wouldn't put that one in. And then Miiverse. Miiverse probably not gonna make it back in because Miiverse is dead. So that's sad. I wish they could like bring a like an homage to Miiverse as a stage. You know, they could do something like that. But it won't be the same stage. So they brought back 75. And they obviously brought back the Metal Gear stage. They brought back Glacier Mountain, Icicle Mountain, or the Summit, I mean, from Brawl. They brought back Spear Pillar. I believe that's Spear Pillar. Yeah, Spear Pillar. Looks much different, which is the area from Diamond and Pearl where you battle against either Palkia or Dialga. It was a really cool stage. I really liked it. Hannonbow. Hannonbow, everybody hates Hannonbow. I like the aesthetic of it. It's based off of Electroplankton? I believe a game called Electroplankton on the DS. I might be wrong about that, but I believe that's what it was based on. They're bringing in a lot of the 3DS stages, which is cool. Like the Gerudo Valley stage was really cool. The Dreamland stage from the GB the GB Green Zone from the Dreamland Green Zone in the Game Boy. It wasn't just Green actually. It was just Dreamland Game Boy, and it would switch between Greens and then the fucking forget what the beach place is called. Just all the levels in the original Kirby's Dream Land game on the Game Boy, and I liked that stage. I think Prism Tower was also a 3DS exclusive, as was Mute City. Magicant was a really cool stage. I was surprised they didn't put that in the Wii U version because it's really fucking cool. I'm just surprised by that. Reset Bomb Forest. That a weird name. I never played Kid Icarus Uprising, so that was a weird one. Tortimer Island, obviously. Balloon Fight, Living Room. Street Pass Quest, somehow. Tomodachi Life, Picto Chat 2, and then all of the Wii U stages. Well, not all of them. Yeah, we got Pac-Land. The best stage. See, that's a moving stage. They got fucking Pac-Land, they got Mushroomy Kingdom. It's like, if you can do that, you can do the other stages. That's all I'm saying. As for new stages, that's something I haven't talked about yet. So far, we have New Donk City Hall, which is from, obviously, Mario Odyssey. It's got Pauline from the original Donkey Kong game, arcade game, but, like, in her appearance in Super Mario Odyssey, where she sings, "It's time to jump up super high." You know that song. She does that song. Great Plateau Tower, which is from Super Mario Breath of the Wild. And interesting that's what they used. I guess it does show the whole world in the background. But I feel like there's better things you could make a stage out of in Breath of the Wild. Like maybe Hyrule Castle, like the big arena up top, maybe where Ganon is, where he's like, his little egg is hanging, or above it where it's in the ground, or like, maybe one of the great beasts, whatever they're called, the champion beasts. Maybe one of those. Put something up there. I don't know. It's cool. You can break the thing for some reason, and then it comes back. So yeah, Breath of the Wild stage. I already talked about Moria Towers. Dracula's Castle is the only other one we've got, and that is a Castlevania stage, which is cool. It's the appearance at the end of Rondo of Blood, obviously the one at the beginning of Symphony of the Night. It's obviously it's also sort of iconic because I believe it's the same appearance in Castlevania 1 and 3, where you go up to the top of the tower and then Dracula's up there. That's kind of, he's always there. That's always the location of Dracula. It's just the stairs. You walk up and then in there, that's where he is. So we've got some items that were announced. We've got the Killing Edge. I'm not sure what that's from. What is that from? That's from Fire Emblem. So that's why I don't know it, because I don't haven't played much of Fire Emblem. Some sort of staff. I don't know what that is. Bomber. Fake Smash Ball. And it'll explode. A banana gun. The banana gun I saw, it looks like a banana. You pick it up and it shoots. You can shoot with it and then throw the peel away. The Ramblin' Evil Mushroom. I think those are from Earthbound. I could be wrong about that. But it reverses people's controls. Super Launch Star, which will launch fires. Black Hole. Rage Blaster. I don't know what the fuck these weapons are. Oh. Well, that one's from... And then Death Scythe from Castlevania. And then the rest are back from the other games. There's some new Pokemon. There's like an Alolan Vulpix, which is just Vulpix, but it's like white and icy. Alolan Executor, which is pretty hilarious because that's the one that looks like a big tree. His neck's really long. Beware. I don't know what that is. It's just a bear. I do know what it is, but I don't know what he does. He's a pink bear. He's a pink and black bear, and he can punch things, I guess. And then Mimikyu is back. Not back, but is new. Solgaleo, Lunala, and then, Vulpix, Alolan, Raichu, Pyukumuku, which is the one with the butthole on its face. Abra, Togedemaru, Ditto, Marshadow, Caesar. And those are all the new Pokemon. They're pretty dope. I hope you guys are excited to see all of your favorite Pokemons in glorious 3D. Ditto's in the game, which is interesting, because Ditto is actually planned in Melee, I think. It was either Melee or Brawl. And you would get Ditto, and then he would transform into, like, the character you're playing as. I imagine he is supposed to do that exact same thing in this one, which is cool. I'm happy with that. Assist trophies. Okay, so this is the last thing on the docket here. We've got Crystal back from Star Fox Adventures, Star Fox Assault. He's wearing her attire from Star Fox Adventures for some reason. I guess that's her more iconic appearance. But she has the staff in that one, whereas in Assault she doesn't use the staff. So she's got all like the magic powers from the staff from Star Fox Adventures. That's cool. It's cool to see Crystal in the game. That's interesting. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that. The Squid Sisters, Callie and Marie from Splatoon. I don't know what they do. They sing and dance, probably very distracting. We got Bomberman. That's an upset. I think people wanted Bomberman, but he's an assist trophy. He is in the game. Surprisingly, interestingly, he is not playable. Alucard is another one. He was actually on my list. I was like, maybe they'll put Alucard in, and they could put Alucard in. So this is one of the things. It's like, assist trophies aren't always characters that they're like, we can't put that character in. Sometimes there's characters that, like, I don't know, they just decide to, like, Alucard, you could easily make a moveset out of. You could easily have him be a real character. He's an assist trophy, though. So, I mean, what can you do? Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid. He was the ninja cyborg in Metal Gear Solid 1. He's been in the game before. I don't think he's new. He was in Brawl, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Burrowing Snagret. Is he new? I think he is. He's from Pikmin. He's one of those annoying fucking bird moles that don't make any biological sense. They burrow into the ground, but they're birds. And they have long necks, and they eat Pikmin, and they suck, and I hate them. And then there's Zero from Mega Man. Interesting to have him. I guess he wasn't in Smash 4. He would have had to been Smash 4 as an assist. He's like Mega Man, but better. he's like a cooler Mega Man. He's red. He's got a sword. He had a couple of his own games and stuff. He was in Mega Man X. And he was like Mega Man's inspiration to like become better and defeat Sigma, you know? He was cool. Shovel Knight, another upset. People wanted Shovel Knight in the game. He's not in the game. I'm sorry to tell you guys, not in the game. He is in the game. He's an assist trophy. That's fine with me. I don't care. It's cool that an indie game is getting representation in Smash Bros. Anyways. The Moon. Now this is an interesting one, because I have a theory. About this one. So, Skull Kid was an assist trophy in both Brawl and Smash 4. And he would use this, like, weird field to, like, mess people up. He's not in he hasn't been announced as an assist trophy yet, but the Moon has. The Moon from Majora's Mask has. So I'm thinking, I don't think they'd put both in. I think, why don't you just put Skull Kid in? You know, if you wanted an assist trophy that does what the Moon does, you know, just put Skull Kid as the assist trophy. But they didn't. They took him out. Now, I have a theory that I think there's a reason they took him out, and I think that it might be because he's going to be a character, and that's what I choose to believe. And if you want to tell me differently, I won't listen. I won't listen to you. I won't listen. Another interesting thing about the moon is that Great Bay actually has, like, the way Great Bay works is that sometimes in the background, the moon will fall, and then the giants will push it back up into the sky, and then it'll reset. I wonder how they're gonna do that if the moon's an assist trophy. Like, how are they gonna do the Great Bay stage? That doesn't make sense. Is there gonna be 2 moons? How's that gonna work? I don't know. Chef Kawasaki from Kirby. That's another one. He's a cook. He cooks. Rathalos from Monster Hunter. Just a big fire-breathing dragon. Nothing to say about that. There's no Monster Hunter characters. It's just that's the representation from Monster Hunter. That's a Capcom game. So, also he might be a boss character. Rodin. I didn't even know this. I didn't even see this guy. Rodin's in the game. Rodin's from Bayonetta. He's an assist trophy apparently. He's the I believe he's the bartender in the in Hell's Heavens, whatever the fuck the name of the bar is in Bayonetta. I don't remember. He's just a cool guy, I guess. He does martial arts and stuff. So I didn't know he was in the game. Knuckles. Now, one of my predictions was Knuckles. Now, this is also an interesting one because Knuckles has been announced as an assist trophy, but you know who hasn't been announced is Shadow. And Shadow used to be an assist trophy, but now we have Knuckles. So I'm thinking maybe they're taking Shadow out of the assist trophy and putting him in as an Echo Fighter, which would make a lot of sense because Shadow could easily work as an Echo Fighter. I'm also thinking, I'm not sure if Tails is going to make it in. I'm kind of bummed because I feel like you get Sonic, you get Shadow. I don't think they're going to put Tails in. I'd be surprised if they did at this point. I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know why I put Robotnik on that list. I don't think he's going to make it in. That'd be stupid. But Tails, maybe. Tails is a maybe at this point. Shadow is, I think, definitely going to be in the game. Sukapon. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all these Sukapon fans. I don't know what the hell this thing is. I don't know what he's from. Couldn't tell you. Arcade Bunny. I don't know that one either. Is he from Animal Crossing? Maybe? I don't know. Claptrap from Donkey Kong Country. They're the little crocodiles. I guess that should have been a hint to everybody that King K. Rool was in the game because they announced the Claptrap assist trophy beforehand. You've got Kapp'n. He's from Animal Crossing for sure. He's a Kappa. He's one of those water demons that like rapes women and steals children or something. It comes out of the water. I'm pretty sure that's what a Kappa is. But he's cool. He's a nice guy. He drives the bus in Animal Crossing, and in the first one he drove a boat, and he would take you out to a little island. And yeah, he's just a guy. In this one, he just gets his bus and runs people over, because that's just the kind of dude he is. Nikki, I don't know who Nikki is, but she's in the game. Upset Waluigi has been announced as, I mean, he was in all of the other games. He's always been an assist trophy. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. But I guess people really wanted him in, so. As for the remaining characters on my list that I think might make it in still, I still think Isaac has a good chance. We haven't heard anything about Golden Sun characters or anything. He was only in Brawl. He wasn't in Smash 4. They took him out. So they haven't announced him as an assist trophy yet for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Whereas, a lot of the other ones have come back. So, I wonder if they bring in, Advance Wars. Be interesting, right? The tanks. They'll probably bring tanks back, right? I imagine they're gonna bring all of the assist trophies back, except for the ones that have become characters, like Dark Samus has become a character, and freaking nobody else. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, if you count, like, Little Mac was an assist trophy in Brawl, came back in Smash 4 as a new character, so you could count him. Yeah, so those would be the only two that have become characters from assist trophy. So Isaac, he could come back. I don't have high hopes for the Bet and Kato's characters. I don't think, you know, there's enough of a desire for them. I can't even remember who else the hell I put on my list. Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Maybe? Who knows at this point? Like, I'm sure people would want that. Cloud's in the game still, so, you know, there's still good chance that you could add Sora in, or another Final Fantasy character if you wanted to. Travis Touchdown, I would like to see. I think it'd be cool, but from his game that I saw, it's kind of a... It was like a little side game. It wasn't really No More Heroes 3 exactly. So, there's nothing to promote anymore, as far as I know, because I think that game already came out. I think I actually talked about it, like, after it came out. I made a mistake, because I heard stuff about No More Heroes 3, and then it turned out it was that, and then I was like, oh, interesting. So, no, I don't know. I don't know at this point if that's a good bet. Yeah, I still want Dixie Kong in. That's near the top of my list at this point. Maybe Isaac. I still want in Dixie Kong. Out of those two. Oh, I was way off with my Metroid stuff. Because it was like, Ridley's not gonna make it in. He's too big. Or I said maybe they'll make it work, and if they can make it work, then more power to them, or something like that. And they actually put him in, and I'm like, whoa, cool. And then Dark Samus, and they put her in. And then the three I actually had on my list, none of them are in the game. I still think, like, Noxus. I still think he has a good chance of making it in. But, you know, they've already got Dark Samus, they've already got Ridley, so, you know, I don't know at this point. Oh, I talked about the Resident Evil characters a little bit, didn't I? I threw them on my list. Yeah, I didn't strongly believe they were gonna make it in, so that was kind of a very like, yeah, it's probably not likely, but I just wanted to throw them in there. I don't think they're probably gonna make it in. That would be unlikely. I would say out of any of them, probably Leon would be the most wanted out of any of them. But, you know, yeah, it's unlikely. It's unlikely. We've got Ryu from Capcom. We've got fucking Mega Man. We've got the Rathalos. You've got Zero from Mega Man. I think that's all of it. It'd be unlikely. And there's a lot of other better Capcom characters that if they wanted to take from Capcom, there's a lot of better characters to take, I think. I don't know. I don't think that one's gonna happen, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm gonna withdraw that. Well, no, I don't want to do that in case, you know, by some fluke they do make it in. Then I want to say, yeah, I knew it, and I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to lose face on that. So they're gonna make it. Fuck you. And that's so that's gonna be it. That's all I have to say about this right now until we get some new details. I don't know if I'll have enough to make a whole new video on it, but and this isn't really the type of content I make a lot of the time, so I might make more like this because it's really easy to do. I just have to talk at like a camera for a little bit. And if you guys like this one, then, you know, leave a like, leave a comment or whatever, and that'll let me know that people like this one. Because if people don't do that, then I don't know. I don't know what they like and what they don't like, except by views, and that's not always easy to, you know, sometimes people just click and they're like, watch it, but they didn't really like it, you know. So I don't know. Yeah, it's better if you do that. So thanks for watching this one, and I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.